Today is Monday, September 17th, 2012. New day. Good morning. We're up to Psalm 11. For the choir director, a psalm of David. I trust in the Lord for protection. So why do you say to me, fly to the mountains for safety? The wicked are stringing their bows and setting their arrows in the bowstrings. They shoot from the shadows at those who do right. The foundations of law and order have collapsed. What can the righteous do? But the Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord still rules from heaven. He watches everything closely, examining everyone on earth. The Lord examines both the righteous and the wicked. He hates everyone who loves violence. He rains down blazing coals on the wicked, punishing them with burning sulfur and scorching winds. For the Lord is righteous, and he loves justice. Those who do what is right will see his face. I think I'm seeing a lot of the Lord's zeal in this. Talking so much about the Lord hating. That it's always hard for me to read that and get it, understand it correctly. I'm pretty sensitive to the use of that word, but also just, I love that God is love message, and I have a harder time when it's talking about who the Lord hates, because I immediately think, oh, the Lord hates me. But the Lord doesn't hate me. The Lord hates the wicked and injustice, and examines both the righteous and the wicked. He hates everyone who loves violence. It's a pretty fire and brimstone psalm. He rains down blazing coals on the wicked. Those who do what is right will see his face. So, the influence of hell is really powerful. I was experiencing that yesterday in a really tough space, feeling like I have to constantly be vigilant against messages from hell, and that I have to defeat them myself. And that's a pretty low place to be, because I can't defeat them. I can't overcome the lies from hell that tell me I'm hopeless and worthless and only a negative influence in people's lives, which is a message I get constantly. Do you? Is that something you have to fight all the time? And I think part of my problem is I'm always trying to fight it. And I am powerless over hell. But God isn't powerless over hell. And if I could really let go and give it to the Lord, and just remind myself of things like, this isn't the Lord's message to me, it's a message from hell, and I can ask the Lord to come take it away. I don't know, I think it would make it at least easier to get through those days that I'm suffering so much from a belief that I'm a lost cause. But of course, the influence of hell gets you coming and going. They shoot from the shadows at those who do right. And you feel like the foundations of law and order have collapsed. So what can the righteous do? Because the minute I realize that if I could just let go and give it to the Lord to take care of, for him to defeat hell, that he could do that, then hell comes at me with the message of, oh, you don't really believe in God. You don't really love God. Because if you did, you could easily defeat us, because you could easily let go of it and let the Lord defeat us. See how worthless you are? I don't know what the mountains represent in verse 1. I trust in the Lord for protection, so why do you say to me, fly to the mountains for safety? I don't know who is saying fly to the mountains for safety. I'm recalling several times in the Word where people do go to the mountains for safety. And it seems like mountains very often do represent protection from the Lord. So I'm going to think that this is a message of, I've said I trust the Lord, and I'm getting the message back, get to the mountains for safety. And instead of going, all right, do what I know works for connecting with the Lord, for getting really solidly in the Lord's camp and under His protection, I go, I trust in the Lord. I don't need to run in the mountains. But then all hell breaks loose, literally. Because instead of making sure I took the time yesterday to read the Word, to take some time for prayer and meditation and connection with the Lord, I just went, oh, but I need to take care of the kids, or we have this thing we're going to go do. So I ignore it, and everything falls apart. Hell gets in and manages to attack the foundations of my connection with the Lord and my belief that He has good intentions for me and good plans for me, so that I just fall apart and have a terrible day. And when I have a terrible day, it doesn't matter how hard I try to be kind to the kids and useful to the family, I can't do it. I can't. If I'm stuck in a place of believing I am from hell, that I am evil, I'm not capable of showing anybody love. If I can't find one loving thought for myself, I don't have any loving thoughts or words for anybody else. So then that adage of if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy kicks in, and the whole house is in a pretty big funk for the day. But the Lord is in His holy temple. The Lord still rules from heaven. He watches everything closely and examines everyone on earth. So, despite how I felt yesterday, the Lord was still present with me. And on some level I knew that. But hell was too thoroughly ensconced in my heart and mind, and too thoroughly getting to me with the first message of you're worthless, and the second message of because you can't let the Lord take care of this and fight us and fight this message of your worthlessness, it proves that we're right, that you're worthless. It was a really bad day. And I still have judgments about I should have done something differently, I should have done a better job. And the only thing I could have done differently was to really let go and connect with the Lord and let Him rescue me. And I couldn't do it yesterday, but I'm starting today with the Word and with time to make a space in my heart and my mind for the Lord. So, the Lord is righteous and He loves justice. Those who do what is right will see His face. And today I'm going to attempt to open my heart and mind to the Lord's words and the Lord's message for me, and close the gates to hell. But I can't close the gates to hell, only the Lord can. Lord, please come close these gates and keep them closed at least today. I'm out of time. Sorry about this one. It felt kind of rough. What are your thoughts on Psalm 11? And do you ever have really bad days? Email me at newdaygoodmorning@gmail.com and leave a comment. Have a blessed day.